Hey guys, and welcome to an all signs love reading where I just look into a particular, just one love energy for each of the signs, and then we just go with that, right? I will leave timestamps below from Aries to Pisces, and as always, these are general readings, so take what resonate with you, leave behind the rest, never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. And if you like the content, please like the video. I would appreciate your support. And we are of course using my round deck. I love the round deck. And clarifiers, of course. Let's get started. We're starting with Aries. Aries. Aries, 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 Aries. Show me Aries. Aries. I was just noticing something was missing. Alright, Aries, let's see what we have here. Alright, so the situation here is about not pushing love away, being open to it. Yeah, there may be a situation here where you feel as though you have to stand your ground in some way or another. There may be, you may feel, I don't want to say that you're feeling under attack, I hope not, but this is I mean, if this is you out there dating, right, there's a tiredness to it. But when we look at your energy here, we do have the High Priestess showing up a little bit twisted. The thing is, Aries, you are most likely very attractive, right? That's the thing. You're probably very attractive. You don't even have to say anything. And you're just attracted there. And I also get that you're preferring it. This way, despite being this fire sign that has a lot of energy and all of that, I really get that you're preferring just to have it come your way. And that is absolutely okay. But the way that this is heading here is a little bit demotivated, especially if this is you're single and you want to date. I do get that getting you out there dating can be a little bit of a challenge, and just even to get you to go out or do something can be a challenge here, because it's almost like I don't know if it's because you don't trust it or you just don't want to do it. Honestly, and the advice here is also the Hermit, or where this is going. This is very much a solitude energy of I gotta be honest with you, it shows up as there's not a lot happening here in terms of excitement, but it is an excitement of you enjoying your own company, of you knowing what it is that you want and not settling for less. But you know, this wula wula hapa, everything is blowing up, you're getting tons and tons of crazy invites and all that. I'm not really seeing it. I'm seeing people admiring you, but you may not really feel it. Show me this here. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, the Fool. You know what? And the Lover here. This has something to do with you don't want to settle for less. This is in love, and first and foremost, I get that you're focused on your coin, but I'm also getting that when it comes to going out, you are sometimes a bit of an earth sign, because you are showing up as though you only want something that's stable. That's where you are right now, right? You know how to recognize the mechanism of breadcrumbing, and you don't really want to give of yourself to people that will take advantage of you. And if you do, then you're doing it just for the, let's say, physical excitement, and you're doing it with no strings attached, and you know it. And that's because you have that awareness of how to invest of yourself, because you're looking for something mature. You're looking for the stable commitment, the happily ever after, where you can count on someone, right? And it's difficult to get you motivated to go on simple dates if you don't feel it in your gut already, or that I can feel the potential here. And the thing is, the energies here are supporting you in it. They're not saying that, oh, you don't go out and date because you are skeptical or anything. There's a little bit of it, but mostly it's saying that you trust your intuition, and you can spot a breadcrumber, and you can spot a person who is trying to date you because they want to use you to deal with their own loneliness, and you don't deal with it. You would rather be alone and enjoy your own company until the right one comes along. You're so powerful. I like you, Aries. I swear to God, ever since I started doing all signs readings, the more I read on Aries, the more I find Aries to become one of my favorite signs. Would never have believed it. That's because Aries always stands strong. No bullshit. And the sun is setting. I will have to turn on the lights. Let's see what we have for Taurus. Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus. You have the Ace of Cups one more time. And underneath it we have 6. Oh, this is 6 of wands showing up a little bit like this. This is about having victory, being seen, being acknowledged. But underneath it, there's also some sort of a conflict taking place. When it comes to you, the way you're experiencing it here is that this is love. This is an opportunity for you to experience love. You're experiencing this, right? Meaning that your heart is open, but at the same time, there's still a little bit there, but it is. I see that you are willing to receive, and you're showing up with authenticity and with integrity, and that is beautiful. But the way it's heading is a little bit of a player energy here. Gotta be honest with you. Meaning that be mindful here of how it is that you decide to invest your resources into something, because I see you potentially investing a lot of time and effort into a situation that may not. Well, yes, will it bear fruit? Yeah, I do see it bearing fruit, but it's is it teaching you what it is that you need to learn in this situation, whatever that is? Will you feel as though something here has actually progressed? That's the question. Yeah, the thing is here, this is about you taking a chance, and that is beautiful. It's beautiful for you to take a chance. I get that there's a cup of love coming your way here. It is, however, without commitment. Or it's something here that does show up with a little bit of immaturity. So the energies on the table here is basically a matter of be mindful of how you receive it, right? Be mindful of how it comes. Does it come quick, right? Then take it for what it is. Let it move slow, as opposed to trying and force it to become something quicker than that it can actually sustain. I will need to turn on the light. Hold on. And we're back again. Yeah, that's basically it, because I do gotta be honest. In time, I can't tell you when, it can actually take a little bit of a while. You may experience this Ten of Swords here in the situation, but the thing is, right now I'm seeing you go into a situation with authenticity and with integrity, as I said, and that is what you should do. You should not stop yourself. You will have victory here, but it's a matter of just being honest with yourself in the situation, so that you see it for what it is, whatever that it is. But it is a cup of love, right? And it does show up as beautiful, show up as having fun, and it could turn into something, right? It could turn into something, but it will probably take time, because it is a Knight of Cups. And Knight of Cups is Mr. Loverboy, Mr. and Mrs. Loverboy. I'm getting a headache, I'm done here. So, yeah, that was it. Ow, my head. Oh, that, ow, ow, ow. Okay, I'm getting something, hold on. Alright, so that was like being hit with a migraine. We are going on to Gemini now. Gemini. Oh, Gemini. Always scratching my nose, but it itches. Gemini. And we have the Strength in the twisted position here underneath the entire thing. Why do I get a storm reading for people who are single? Probably dealing with someone. They have someone in the energy field, but mostly single. Alright, let's just get into it. You don't have to be single, but there's a disappointment here, right? It's like a cancelled disappointment. Let's just say that it is. It's a disappointment with what came into your life. It's like someone here having or coming your way. I don't know if they've been there or they just came, but they have this. The way they, I want to say past, and we're dealing with the consequences here. The way they came, they were, I want to say almost too good to be true, but you know, you thought there was love, it sparked the love, but now it's just disappointed. And the situation is actually a matter here of believing in oneself, or believing in other people as well, or just believing that love even bothers, why that it that there's value in trying to do something here, trying to go somewhere with love. Because what I see coming up is actually boredom. Gotta be honest with you, it shows up as though you will, for a brief moment of time here, just decide to say, I'm not interested, right? And I get that may stem from not feeling ready because you were disappointed and you need to kind of regain your encouragement, your motivation almost, to want to give of your heart. And I actually think that is good, because that means that you're not gonna fool anyone here. Because if we're not emotionally available, then why fool other people into believing that we are? Queen of Swords, why do you just seriously have 3 queens here? That's insane. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles, right? So you're going to a place where there's a lot of women here. So a lot of women here are sitting here talking about, oh God, men. But you know what I'm also getting? I'm getting here that you're being very intelligent. The way that you look at love is from a very intelligent stance, not taking bullshit. You are very attractive, but you are deciding to use your intelligence and that fire that you have within you here, which makes you attractive, to focus on your bloody career, to focus on getting things in order in your life. Because the queen that's missing here, what is that? That's the Queen of Cups. And I that's what I'm getting here. She's on her way, she's just not here yet. And that Queen of Cups is your willingness to care about dating, basically, or being in that mood again here. So that's why we have this 4 cups coming up. It's just saying I'm not interested in that at the current moment here. And for God's sake, if you are spying on someone, please don't. For some of you, I'm also getting that there's actually someone here who will start to look at you. Could be in a work setting here. King of Pentacle. King to Queen of Pentacle here, right? But whoever this person is, they're not gonna speak because they're gonna be focused on work. But I actually do see that eventually you will start to date again. Go back a little and find the enjoyment here, but it's gonna start as a friend basis there. Thankfully, these are just temporary energies, right? I get that this has a lot to do with you wanting to advance in your life, and right now you might find, or might be considering that game called dating, I want to say, because it's not love, it's dating, it's just dating here, right? That you just don't want to take any gamble with your stability by introducing lover boys into your life that gets you in your head. And I think it's because that has happened. And you have reached a place where you're happy within yourself, right? These are temporary energies and they're not bad here. These are, I've got to be honest with you, this is a very common energy. It's very normal. It's a healthy energy. It tends to show up when people are just not in the mood. And there's nothing wrong with that. At least you're being honest with yourself. And now we are moving on to Cancer. Dang it. Cancerians. Cancer. All right. And we have the Fool in the reverse here. So the situation is about jumping into situations without seeing any kind of red flags here. Or yeah. So, and with this Queen of Wands in the reverse, I don't know. Well, it shows up as you here, right? I need to do some clarification, but it is probably a matter about being tired, of feeling drained out, of having given too much of your light to a situation, and that just dries you out here, right? The important thing is to not to let a burnout result in, well, first and foremost, I see here feeling a little bit demotivated. Yeah, that's probably with you. I can't really imagine you being outright jealous unless you have a lot of fire in you. Most of you already get that this is about feeling not motivated, but at the same time there are probably moments where you can lash out a little bit, but it stems from a place of feeling tired, right? And also feeling, in a way, I don't know if any of you are not feeling attractive. The situation stems from jumping into something new without seeing the red flags, which is like trying to make something into a commitment without there being any ground for a commitment. Now, for some of you gentlemen, you could also be dealing with a lady who is a little bit of a challenge, let's say like that. The way that this situation is going is that I feel as though you are going to... Was that a message or what? Phone makes funny noises. Well, the way the situation is going here, I feel as though you're going to stay silent a little bit here. There's something here that you are not going to talk about. There's something here that is deep inside of you that you know intuitively. You're not gonna, well, you want to talk about it. We're gonna see what it is, but I see that you want to talk about it, but at the same time you're gonna keep it quiet. Why? I do not know. But your overall energy here, it is really a matter about you have taken some challenges, battles here, probably through a long time. Just the recent ones could have been very intense, and that has put you into this position here. But it's a matter of not giving up. That's the thing. No. No. Oh, thank God it comes off. Sorry, there was candle on my Ace of Pentacles. It's like, what is this? Candle, you know. The fluid candle, which name I have forgotten. Ace of Pentacles, there we have this Fool again here. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Sweetheart, it is, as I just said, this is the potential for something to grow in to something solid, but it didn't. It takes two people to tango. I really get this is because you could have thought there would be victory in some way or another here, but it's really a challenge. If remember that the people that remember to surround yourself with people who choose you, and if this is in a committed connection here, right, and it's not just dating where you can say hasta la vista, but this is a committed where you have decided we're going to be in a relationship together. Remember to assert yourself in a productive way, because I do see this is where we have the potential of lashing out, but it stems from being tired, from being drained. It's not because you don't have emotional control. It's because probably you didn't say stop earlier. But that's how we learn, right? The places where it's going here is there's going to be balance, and I feel as though you're going to be still gonna keep whatever it is that you want to say quiet. But you know what? You're not gonna give up. You are a fighter. You will not give up. Please don't do it. I do see you actually finding the last strength within you to do it. And you're probably gonna do it by starting to look at things differently within yourself here, meaning that you're going to start to reflect upon how you think in whatever this situation is about. This is probably, if this is, this about jumping into commitments again and again and again where there's rocky waters, you're probably going to take on a different mindset by thinking about how you relate to other people in your life, where things are healthy, where you feel stable here, right? And that you will find the courage from that to start to take on a different approach to it. So that you're tired, but you are a fighter. And this fight has nothing to do with pursuing someone else. This has something to do with you finding the strength within yourself to assert yourself, but in a way where you are starting to reflect upon what it is that you need. And that I really like. That screams strength, Cancer. That screams that you are strong. And this is an internal thing within you, meaning that people are not going to see you scream and kick and assert yourself. Maybe on the way there you will have certain times when it happens, but it starts from within you, and that is what I really like here. Right? It's easier for us to speak in an assertive way when we have actually decided with ourselves what it is that we want to assert. I have a voice, I have an opinion. What is your opinion? I don't know, but I have it. It's like, you know what I mean? Alright, so we are now on to Leo. Oh, Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, Leo. I was considering going live after this. I do, probably none of you are watching this here, but I do live free tarots once in a while. I just prefer going online in periods where there's not a lot of chaos. What do we have for Leo? Leo. Me too. Three of Swords. No. Sweetheart. No. Ah, okay. Good. At least you get the bloody wand, and it's upright. All right. So it's a standing. Well, okay, I gotta stop the jokes here. This is the, if any of you do not know this is the representation of the magic wand. Sexual tarot is really funny to do. I don't do it that much, but it's really fun. But so the wand is always the wand. But why does it come? Okay, we're back here to this. You do have this Three of Swords a little bit twisted here, meaning that I feel as though there's something sometimes you may suppress. Sometimes. I keep repeating sometimes, sorry. But we gotta dive into this because this is where your energies are at, and they are not particularly positive. The only positive there is in it is that it is temporarily. Right? And that is why we didn't have this wand here to kind of support the entire thing, because it means that the situation is actually about you having a potential here to go somewhere where there's a lot of passion. It gets the wand up, if you know what I mean. But I also see disappointment. I'm seeing, it's like there's a potential here for something that can turn into something solid. God, I gotta stop saying something. My English teacher would hit me. But yeah. But at the same time, there is also a disappointing message that must be brought about in this process here, Leo. And that is probably what is bringing this sadness with it. I need to dive into it because it's an interesting energy. It's a bittersweet energy, let's say like that. Why are you feeling like this, Leo? It's the Chariot, it's the High Priestess, and it's the Ace of Swords. No, not the bloody Ace of Swords, it's the Page of Swords. Leo, why is it that, well, I get here a little bit of you feeling this sadness here. This is a rejection, by the way. This is my rejection energy. This is the no. It's not because you are being tormented by it. I actually get that you may be the person who is saying no, that you are rejecting someone. And you know what? It is in our right to say no, to reject someone. And in this case, I feel it's because there's something that you really, really want. It may be that you want to put your career first, or you just want to put your what it is that you desire first. Maybe you are single and you're not ready to be in a commitment, and you may be saying that to someone. So you're rejecting. And you know that it brings sadness here, and it also saddens you. But I feel as though you're actually being honest. I hope not that we are dealing with a situation where there is someone on the sideline, right? But gotta be honest with you, if this is a dating situation, and we're not talking about someone being in a commitment and cheating, but we're talking about dating, then this is how it is, right? This is how it is. Because the energy I get is that you're feeling a little bit of sadness here, and it has to do with you deciding to follow what it is that you want. And if you are single, you are allowed to do that. What is it that's coming up with this 5 of Cups? 10 of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. I have to say it as it is. This is, well, then the ending, right? And I'm, by the way, also seeing that this Ace of Wands that's here is fun for the time being. Go for it. It can feel destined. You know what? Follow whatever the hell you want, right? What the fuck? Well, potato. Follow whatever potato you want. And have fun. And will you regret anything? No. Leo, the thing is, I'm seeing you on a process here that has to do with you, right? It has to do with you figuring out what you want, basically. And in this process, you are probably going to hurt someone. Leo, I really get. It's it's probably because you're attractive or whatever it is, or it's because you need your freedom. Like I said, first and foremost, this is a temporary energy, and it's not. I feel as though it's meant to be this way. It's meant for you to figure out what you want, and I don't see you doing anything wrong. I'm seeing you following what it is that you want, and that's it. The most likely outcome here is you kind of liberating yourself. It's almost like, I mean, for some of you, you could be deciding here to actually kind of date around a little bit, but without taking anything seriously, because that is what you need. or what you feel like, right? Please do not let me put words into your mouth if it's not yours. But in all cases, it's a matter about you building up your faith in whatever it is that you want, you know, and you liberating yourself so that you become actually kind of vulnerable in this process. It's actually like a process of progress where you are becoming more you. And I actually support this. I support it. We cannot carry the weight of everyone else's sorrow on us. At least you show up as though you are very mindful, and that you feel accountable for your actions, and that's beautiful. That's what I'm supporting here. It's because you show up as though someone here who is accountable for your actions, and that's why you being honest with yourself, and then you being honest with others by telling them what it is that you actually are looking for. That's being accountable, because you're giving them the truth they need to make up their own decision. You're not seducing anyone. You're not actually betraying anyone, because you're being honest. How other people then decide to interpret your truth, if they want to see it or not, that's up to them, right? At least you're being transparent. I really get that. Hope you are. So Leo, that's you. Let's see what we have for Virgo. That was a difficult one, Leo. Virgo. Yes, Virgo. I was very silent when I was saying that. Virgo, you are in the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh la la. Two of Pentacles. This is interesting. Let's see where this goes. I say that referring to the two other readings I have done for you lately, which have been very interesting. This is a little bit different, but let's see. You have the Two of Pentacles here. So speaking of love, I feel as though you are juggling. You're busy. Your work is important here, and that's really what I'm getting here. I'm getting that you've been thrown a lot at you. There's being thrown a lot at you. What goes around comes around. If that means anything to you. Not the karmic way. Anyway, this is basically a matter here of just keeping your footing here. And events that you did, something you thought was done, I don't know when, but in the past, recent past, even further past, it comes back at you, because that's how life works. That's how energies work. In general, there's no ending really. We think that we can put a closure to something, but it always comes back, because we always have to reevaluate on something. Anyway, that may be relevant to your work, because I see you being in this group, having to juggle a lot, and I get it being a balancing act here. With the Ten of Pentacles, Virgos, I actually get that you have stability in your life. I really get that there's abundance. You are also that's basically what you're focused on. You're focused on bringing stability to your family. That's really what I'm getting here. It's about the majority here. So it's a good energy. And you're going in that direction. You're being man of the family. You're becoming, the breadwinner here, right? For some of you Virgos, especially the men, but of course could be women as well. This is basically a reading that says you are providing the buck to the family. There's happiness ever after. Everything is stable. You're probably a bit more focused on work than you are on love itself, but at least you're bringing stability here. But what about the fun? That's what we have with the Wheel of Fortune here in the reverse. What about the love? Oh, the enjoyment, the relating. I feel as though you have this need to provide, and I really see you providing stability to your family, to the whole, to the community around you. You're really good at that. But what is it then that's not? What is it that's not moving forward? There's something here that's probably where we have it, right? Yeah. Because, yeah, that's also with the Emperor here. There's something here that's not moving forward. So if you are happy, then that's it. The thing is, where's the love? And then we have Knight of Wands, the Tower, and the Three of Swords. Holy shit, man. For some of you, if you are desiring to move here, it's like it's going to come out of nowhere. There is going to be some sort of a rejection here, but whatever decision that you're making, you're doing it for the better of the family. You're looking at what will grow, and you're making some very harsh judgment calls here in a way. You are really focused on the stability here. I don't really understand. Well, I can see. I put it now. I get it. Sorry. There is just something here that's not really moving with you. At some point in time here, I feel as though you're going to be put into a position where you will have to go around, see that what goes around comes around. There's something here to look at. I don't know if it has to, yeah, it has to do with some sort of a new beginning here. The energy that you're dealing with. There we have that Two of Cups. It's very mature, right? You are manifesting what brings happiness to you, what it is that you want, and I actually see that you getting that. You are also getting, I mean, you're getting the everything you want here, Virgo. The challenge right now is actually bringing love to the table, meaning that there's a strong stoic masculine here who has a need to bring stability, and that is he's actually doing it, but the other party here is probably also needing something more, and I feel that's where what we're going to see here coming up is the other person here in the Two of Cups is going to put their foot down, and they're going to say, you know what, we need to bring fun into this as well. It's a very small thing, right? It's a very, very small thing because everything is looking good here. And that's different to the other energies I have gotten from for you. Although this Tower and Three of Swords is interesting. If anyone tries to come in to your family dynamic, you will be very, very protective. If anyone tries to butt into your family dynamic, you will put your foot down, there's no doubt about it. And I actually also get that there is something here you're putting a stop to. Yeah, that's it. Alright, that's stop putting a stop to. There's a King of Wands here in your midst. There he is again. A King of Wands who, I don't know if they have Pisces in them. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Actually, I get as though it's this masculine here. It's this masculine, his ambitions. It could be you, by the way, right? It is ambitious energy that makes someone probably a little bit too focused on work. There's gonna come a point here where there's gonna be a pause, and someone's gonna take a look at that and say, oh, maybe I should try and bring more balance here. And that's how that's what it's like being in a relationship, okay? There's no drama here. I can't pick up on it. I could try and create it, but what's the point here? This is basically a normal connection. Someone is definitely bringing stability, bringing pentacles to the table. Forgetting probably that of also bringing time, romance, whatever. They're gonna, along the line here, take a step back and remember, oh yeah, that's right. We also gotta go on date nights to keep it alive. Gotta turn down the ambitions there a little bit and be ambitious in my love life. That's interesting. And by the way, that energy could take place months ahead. Could be in a year, by the way. It could be a long time before that one takes place. That's because we're dealing with a stoic person. But a good person. Someone is probably going to be a father. Let's go on to Libra. Libra. Alrighty. Not feeling motivated there. Deciding to take on a new mindset, and you and your empathy. You and your empathy, dear Lord. No. The situation is the 5 of Cups. Is this going to be the stalker of the week? I feel as though it's shown up interestingly enough for a few of the signs. Getting my headache again here. This is basically a matter here about you probably having experienced some regret. That showed up in your tea of the week, by the way. Experienced some sort of a regret here, but you know what? I don't feel as though you're going to let that deterrent you. No, to let that slow you down. Could be in Capricorn, Libra, Leo here. Could have been involved in some sort of a conflict. In all cases, if you're getting over that, that's the case. You're getting over that. Now, you have an opportunity here to probably go on a date, to go and do something fun, something interesting. It's being a little bit of challenged here. Maybe it's because you're not really feeling the motivation to jump into it. Maybe you lack the encouragement. Maybe it's a matter also of feeling confident in doing it. And by that I mean, let's say that you had some sort of a past situation where you have some regrets. There was some sorrow. Maybe you will have a brief moment where you are questioning your ability to make sound decisions. Right? Our inability to trust others tends to come from our inability to trust ourselves. I'm not seeing it being like a massive wound or anything. I'm just seeing it's difficult here for you to jump into something. But coming up here, I am actually seeing you decide to just take on a new approach, try and move into a new direction with a new mindset. And that's beautiful. And the advice is talk to people if you need to, right? And be kind with yourself. Some of you may actually be talking with a good friend who has empathy. They just listen to you with compassion. They don't try and put words into your mouth or feelings into you, trying to tell you feel something, like typical tarot reading and general readings, right? We sit here and we tell you how you feel. It's very important that you have that critical sense to say yes or say no, that's not my reading. But that's how it works here on YouTube, right? It's a general reading. But this person, if you sit with across a King of Cups, I always call the King of Cups my therapist because the King of Cups is someone who has the capacity to just listen with compassion. And by that I mean that they listen and acknowledge and validate what it is that you are telling them about your emotions, about your experiences. And they are not trying to relate to your experiences by pulling on their own experiences in a way of saying, all right, let's say that you want to express that you are feeling sadness because you lost a relationship, right? This is a love reading. And then this person says, I know exactly what you're feeling because I lost my car yesterday. That's not listening with compassion. That's trying to, first and foremost, turn the conversation onto them. Sometimes we do it. I also do it, but not like that. But say stupid things. But it's trying to sort of, align the experiences when there's no comparison. A person who listens with compassion, they will most likely just acknowledge, saying, "Oh, you did. I'm sorry to hear. Tell me more." And then you are allowed to just sit and express your emotions, and they really just sit there and listen. Only asking questions if it's trying to figure out, right? The therapist will know how to do it with perfection, and people who are not like us, the rest of us, we will do it a little bit differently. But the keynote here is compassion. That was a long one, sorry there. It's about not being judgmental, right? That's basically it. Not trying to place your experiences into someone else's experiences, kind of devaluing it in many ways, or trying to whatever. Show me this. 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. I feel as though I blew up your reading here by going into long explanations there. Sorry. Yeah. When it comes to love, right? I also get that your finances may be something that you're worried about. You may have an opportunity to go somewhere, but you're deciding not to invest into it. And you know what? I'm a Capricorn. If the way that you're rationalizing your motivation is because you're saying, I can't afford it, I can't afford to spend, I don't know how much money to go to the Tour Eiffel or whatever you call that. I don't have it. Eiffel Tower, is that what we call it? Don't know the English or French word, but let's say someone's saying, I have an amazing date, we go there and you pay everything, and you're saying, no, I can't, then I agree with your rationality. But coming up there for you, I do see, gotta be honest with you, I feel as though someone here will try and give you something. You will be a little bit confused about it. They may try and give you a gift. You'll be, I don't know. What is it that you're trying to get from me here? And you may actually push them away. But again here, I think the entire conclusion to this very, very chaotic reading here, Libra, is that when it comes to love, I feel as though there's actually something here there's something here in you that may make you respond in certain ways where you push away, you push people away or offers away. And I get that this therapist up here, the King of Cups, that one that got me confused in a few minutes ago, not confused, but got me on this long track here. This King of Cups is actually here to kind of point towards that conversation of compassion, right? Where it might be beneficial to bring something up into the to talk about emotions and how they may have an effect on the way that you receive and how you respond to people trying to give you something, right? Maybe it's so that, because I see you going into a new direction, I see you going somewhere. Some of you could be going traveling as well, but just be mindful here of how you are viewing the world as it comes towards you these days, so that you don't end up in a situation where you, on your way into something new, you want to have a new mindset, that you don't push people away while doing it, right? Because then it would stem from something subconsciously. And this doesn't have to be as heavy as I just made it. it could, I mean, for some of you, it's just a very, very simple reading saying no to, you don't want to go on a date with someone and you want to go somewhere else, and someone here is listening to you talk about that. I have to leave this reading. I have to leave it. What is up with that? That was insane. That was the most indecisive thing I have. I don't like being that indecisive. This is not fun. I don't like indecisiveness like that. That no. All right. Let's go on to Scorpio. 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 All right, Scorpio. It's looking good. It's looking good. Situation is a misunderstanding. There's a misunderstanding here, but yeah, there could be an apology for some of you, a reconciliation taking place of a sort. Feeling victorious, blah, blah, blah. Let's not go there. There's a misunderstanding. That's the thing. Keynote in the entire thing, misunderstanding. The way that I see you feeling about it is being kind. You're kind. You're in touch with your intuition here. You're a sweetheart. Darling, you're a sweetheart. And you're open. You're open to receive. You're open to listen to other people. You are definitely very understanding, and this beautiful, beautiful energy leads you into happiness. Right? Happiness, even if it's in the summertime. I mean, for some of you, even though this is like a current energy, I'm actually seeing something good taking place around the going into July and August. End June, all the way up to August. Up to August, yeah. Up to the August. The summer, basically. It stems from you being in a good place here. You being in a good place where it is also that even though you may be tired. Maybe you have felt as though you had to stand your ground here in the past for some reason or another, probably because of this misunderstanding here. Either if it's because you're getting an apology for something, but even if it's not that, even if it's not actually attached to another person, and it's more a matter about you listening to the signs of the universe being sent your way, like, you know, going for a walk in nature, and I don't know, something sparks you there, right? Inspiration, whatever. Something comes back your way to look at it, and you see it for what it is. And you actually, you remember that you are victorious, that you have been seen, you have been acknowledged, and that you have actually been very successful in walking away from something. Even though you may sometimes have felt as though truth was forced down upon you. Let's typically ghosting, right? When someone here is trying to force an ending down upon you, but that doesn't really matter, because the misunderstanding, yes, can leave you tired, but you decide to rather than be negative about it, it's like, all right, then let me get to know people, let me get to hear what people have to say, let's try and get to know each other. Strength, you are really beautiful here. You also have a brand new beginning here. Could be in work in some way or another. Beautiful. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. It's amazing. I really get that you're manifesting something that can actually grow into something solid. I keep saying fucking solid, something all the time. Whatever it is that you are manifesting, right? That's what I get that you're doing, and you're doing it by having grace and dignity, and that's how you get it. And that's it. That's it. It's good karma. It's by giving people a chance. Yeah. It's almost like in the future here, probably somewhere down in summer, you will find yourself in a situation where you will have to harvest, right? Let's say like that, where you will have to make a decision on what should I keep and what should I not keep here with me. It's like harvest time. It's almost like you may actually come to the understanding that you will say no to someone who could have objectified you, even if it's in the past, right? But you're single and you're just letting go of this energy. It's a funny energy. It's a funny energy because it's like a stretched timeline here, very simple, but stretched timeline where there's a misunderstanding, leaves you tired and confused, deciding to learn from it, deciding to hear people out. If you decide that you will accept it, then that's what you're gonna do. For some of you, will then see you actually deciding here around summertime to say, have people then actually done the work that they need to do in order to stay in your life? And if not, then maybe you will take a firm decision there and go in a different direction, but you will do so with happiness. For others of you, it's just this appreciation of yourself and others, even though they can be idiots sometimes. Interesting. Let's not dive more into that. That would just be messing it up. Let's go to Sagittarius. Saggy. Alright. You have the Knight of Wands for where you are at in this. The situation is this one. This is the Queen of... No, this is the Queen of High Priestess. Now High Priestess in the reverse. High Priest showing up. Interesting, Saggy. Saggy, you may have a person here in your life that comes in and out. Is the fuckboy, fuckgirl here, right? Most likely because you're very attractive. You're very attractive. We're gonna dive into that. What's coming up here is a little bit of boredom, and I really feel as though the message, overall message that is in this reading is be mindful of how it is that you invest your time, because I see a situation where there will not be a lot of growth, and that is the typical situation of dating a fuckboy, fuckgirl. Right. Where someone comes into your life with they come quick, they come passionate, but they also leave like that. And that's not really something that's gonna grow. It's not really gonna become results out of that in the long run here. Two of Wands. Yeah. I'm getting here a situation where we may have, gotta say that it is sex. Good sex, by the way. But unfortunately there's also a there's definitely a situation about talking about planning, right? For some of you, by the way, this is going on a holiday of a sort, going somewhere and you're simply just not agreeing on it. But whether or not it's a holiday or it's where you want to go together as a couple, it's the same thing. I'm seeing it not even being rocky. I'm seeing it coming and going, coming and going. And I'm seeing someone also communicating from a place that's a little bit wounded, in the sense that typical feminine energy of becoming tired of something here and definitely not moving forward, and then expecting to be seen, but that stems from a place of tiredness. In all cases, this is about talking about the direction of where there will be growth, right? It's a strong connection, but there's a lot to be balanced out here. The thing is, I also see within you that you are capable of rationalizing your way out of a situation that may be a little bit unstable, right? So that's interesting there. What's coming up is a tired energy here. I am seriously, if any of you are dating fuckboy, fuckgirls, the situation will progress as those situations do, which is boredom here. Boredom, but almost a reluctance to see the boredom, meaning that a reluctance to see that there's no cup of love being offered. We also have the Four of Cups here and the Seven of Pentacles here, which is the exact same cards we have here. Alright, the Seven of Pentacles, where things are simply just not growing. But I am seeing a desire to continue with this, even though it does have something that's a little bit toxic to it. But that toxicity will be ignored, and it's simply just not going to grow. So the advice here is, if any of you have that person in your life that is in and out and unreliable, they come very passionately and then they leave, ask yourself whether or not you will continue with this, because it's not gonna grow into something as the energies are right now. And there's this frustration that comes from wanting to set a path together, but it's not coming together, and that's just, yeah. Patience will be needed here. Patience. So That's probably something that you don't have and don't like. Patience of things not moving as quickly as you want. But that's what I got for you there, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have for Capricorn. Cabby. And four of swords showing up like this underneath here. Are you even paying attention to love here, Cabby? Honestly, well, some of you, we do have a situation here where there's been a pain, right? There's been a healing stage. And you come out of it and you have the Eight of Pentacles showing up like this, Cabby. You're basically just working, right? I'm not really seeing you focused on work. You're doing a Capricorn here. And we have Three of Cups showing up here in the what's coming up for you. That's basically not dating. And the thing is, I feel so, what are you manifesting? Are you manifesting love? Because it's not really showing up that way there. But let's see. Alright, this is not fair. That's absolutely not fair. I get why you may decide to put your focus on work sometimes, because what I see underneath the entire thing, this is not fair. This is a third party fucking situation. I don't like these. Queen of Swords there, the Devil, that's you. You're the Queen of Swords and the Devil there. Cabby, this is not fair. I see you focusing on work, but what you're also focusing on is this Three of Cups here. This Three of Cups representing coming together with other people and celebrating and being just relating, right? It's like relating with friends and family. It's not just about relating with one particular person. It's relating with their friends, relating with them. Yeah, I don't know, just relating, right? But what's coming up is that we actually have a situation in which we have all these threes here, where we have the way that it is that you're trying to work on it, right? It's a weird thing, because I feel as though the way you're working on it is actually by taking solitude here. That's also where I got this work energy. You're taking this solitude, I feel, to sort of deconstruct your mind, and by that I mean that to take on a different approach. But you know what I'm also getting? I'm actually getting that, yes, you you're focused here on relating to the people here, right? Your partners, friends, or just dating in general. But the moment you kind of also pull back your energies to focus on probably your work, then the tower shatters here. And then we have like, I hope not this is gossip here. Because this Three of Cups here coming up, it's like you're investing your time and effort into the wrong people. Right? I feel as though there's almost like an unrequited love. This could be a work affair, by the way, with the Three of Pentacles here as well. But I actually also get that maybe it's because that which you're trying to work towards, be it just in love or in work, whatever it is that you're working towards, that's where the place where you have your skills, where you're trying to build something up here, where this is what you're trying to master, and you're really putting in the work to do it, right? The people you are doing it with are not on your side. That's what I'm getting here. And that brings this unrequited love with this Ace of Cups, which you probably show up a little bit twisted here, right? It's not on the right path. It's like it's not the right path here. Not with this Three of Cups showing up like that. That's like negative vibes from it. And then we have the Three of Swords and the Emperor and the Six of Cups, with this Magician in the reverse. And this is this trickster energy here, right? With the Three of Swords. It's almost like, I fucking hope not. Someone here is, manifesting pain into this. Why do you always get this shit? I don't know who the fuck you're dealing with. It shows up as a man, most likely. Who is not, who has this, most likely, a need to control situations, to make decisions over your head. What's the third energy? Poor planning. His children, I don't know. Is it because he has children who don't like you or something like that? People who are immature. Children are immature, but you know what? That's the difference between, you being an adult and not letting the children rule over you. Not in an immature way of saying, I don't like the one you're dating, because I want you to be with this person. It's like, yeah, but you may want that, but you get it. Unless the person you're dating is hurting the children, then the child has to learn to accept that the adults are making the decisions. Sorry, but it's just the third energy here is poor planning. Is about, you might have felt as though this was, yes, but it takes two to tango, and it was probably out of balance. For most of you Caps, you are feeling a strong pull towards this. This is probably a connection that you really feel is the right thing for you, and that's why you're investing so much of yourself into it. Or you did, because what you're doing right now is actually that you're sad. I feel as though you have regrets. And that's why you are then investing your focus into your work here instead. It's because you have these regrets. This is insane. I feel as though you have regrets, and you're working on it, and you're really trying to do better. But what is it like? No matter what you do, it's just not good enough. This is stupid. Why do you keep getting this shit? Cap, some of you are going into third-party situations. I gotta say it as it is, and I feel as though you're doing it without wanting to, meaning that it's behind your back. And it's probably because someone here wants to reunite with someone else. What do they want from you? Okay. at least whoever is doing this, they actually want you to find something better. Thankfully, this Emperor here wants you to find something that's better. There's something that they want. Maybe it is because they can't offer you what it is that you want, and that means that this is built on a false foundation. That whatever it is that you're trying to build up, they can't offer you that. So this is happening, although it sucks. It's probably a question here about you letting go also, to not continue to work on something that's just not workable, right? Someone told me whenever she picked up on Capricorns, it was always this about Capricorn had this strong will to want to try and make other people see their point of view, but they could drain themselves into it, and they throw themselves into tower moments again and again and again, trying to run through the door like the Kool-Aid man, right? And get people to see their point of view. The harmony, trust me, the peace comes from when you learn that. Why bother? Seriously, you do the best you can, and if it's not enough, you know, don't do the Kool-Aid man. If people can't give you what it is that you are asking for, don't try and tell them how to do it or try to force them into doing it. It would be building up a tower. Let's go on to Aquarius. Aquarius. And we have 7 of Wands here, a little bit twisted. And yeah, all right. We're probably dealing here with a situation where it would be advised if you stand up for yourself and give people credit for the work that they do. Receive constructive criticism. I feel that this is a matter here about whether or not you're getting the positive feedback back in your life. Sorry, I was just pulling a keynote. I felt pulled towards it. And it had positive feedback, which is basically a matter of feeling acknowledged and recognized for what it is that we give to the world and what it is that we do. For some reason or another, you might find yourself in a situation where you will have to fight a little bit here. Or you will be challenged in a way where it's not just a small challenge of immaturity. It's actually something where you're being tested on where it is that you stand. And emotionally, I see you probably being a little bit out of it. Meaning that it might be difficult for you here to master your emotions. Probably because some of you could unfortunately be experiencing or had experienced someone intentionally or hopefully or unintentionally, hopefully not intentionally, playing with your emotions. And but the way that the situation is going is that you're going towards finding peace with the past, meaning that you're going to reconcile with the emotions of it, not necessarily a person. Of course it could be, but most of all it's a matter here about being able to have a more positive look on the past, which is what enables us to move on. Show me this one there. 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. Some of you Aquarians are going through something, right? Not getting proper sleep. Some of you could be going through feverish things here right now, but if it's not that, it's the emotional fever or the mental fever here. No, it's having those emotions being a little bit thrown out of it, probably to poor sleep, probably to feeling tension within you. Could be anger, could be frustration, right? That's the heated energy, like fever energy. For some of you could be simple as a fever, simple, but I'm just seeing here almost like an emotional turmoil, let's say like that, which is definitely would be strengthened by not getting enough sleep and the tension and finding it difficult to disconnect from something. This is an energy I typically see in people who are walking away from a relationship or connection that was not good. These are typical emotions I see for people who have been betrayed in some way or another. It's the shock, let's say like that. It's the emotions of, I cannot believe this happened, right? And that's where I get this with the 7 of Wands here. Is not a tension energy. It's one of really standing your ground here. And when the situations are really challenged, it's up and down, up and down. Of course, it doesn't have to be a prolonged energy. It can also just be because you just realize something and you're dissatisfied with it. And it can be because, fortunately, with the King here, can be that of the King can be a manipulator, but he's not the worst. Right, show me who was this King. 6 of Wands, yeah, someone with an ego, right? Could have been someone who kept their options open, but Aquarius, any of you going through something here, be mindful not to do the spy thing and return to the conflict. Just a matter here. I can get that it may be difficult for some of you. Your feeling of justice might kick in here. But that's basically what I get here, right? It's emotional, a little bit emotional, not challenged here, trying to walk away from something here. Something has been found out as well. Coming up is that 6 of Cups with the Knight of Swords and 10 of Pentacles and the Tower. Well, at least you're going to grow in the way that you communicate, meaning that you're going to mature. Mature is just mature. To mature is to grow, right? Is to gain more wisdom. Let's say like that. It's a better word. Becoming more wise. It's just saying you matured. No, you gain more wisdom. Yeah, that is the very quick understanding about what it is that you want and to have abundance. The happily ever after. This is a clean cut I get from you. Yeah, some of you will experience the. Let's try and talk again here. Fine. I'm not seeing reconciliation. I'm seeing an understanding actually of. I'm forgiving the past. I'm acknowledging it, especially if there are children involved here. But there's a tower falling, and that tower has to do with wanting to be patient. The communication may come quick about. Or the understanding may come quick about what it is that you want. I do see it basically actually could also be communication coming your way of abundance, but of abundance of someone here wanting family or all of that. But the tower here speaks to you wanting to take things more slow and you're willing to wait for it. Someone here wants to come your way and just reconcile like this and believe that things are going to happen and be perfect like this. Is not going to happen. And for those of you where it's not a person coming back, it's just the understanding that you will rather wait. And the advice here is to choose people who choose you, right? There could be some challenges going on in the environment that you are in, meaning that, yeah, you know what? The advice here is, the challenge is there. I feel still they're gone, long gone if they ever were there. They probably were, but long gone. And I get that you are actually recognizing that you're coming home to people who care about you. That's what I'm getting here, and that's also what I feel as though is supporting you in all of this. You know what? For some of you, I get that you may have a friend here around you. Or you're searching for that friend who will just listen and understand you without jumping to conclusions when it comes to you. If you want the long understanding about what I mean by that, look at the chaotic Libra reading I did, where I went over the King of Cups. But yeah, and you may not be getting that, and that's a little bit of a challenge there. Some of you, what we could be dealing with when it comes to your love here is also learning to articulate your emotions. And what do I mean by that? It's about having emotional literacy. It's about understanding your emotions, understanding what it means to feel happy, or what it means to feel sad, what it means to feel disgust, what it means to feel jealous, what it means to feel envious, what it means to feel cheerful. All of those, being able to take an emotion, the phrase of an emotion, being very articulate. But see, I can't even do it. No, it's about recognizing what's going on within you, right? Being able to put into words what it is that you are actually feeling. Is it happiness? How is it happiness? Is it sadness? How is it happiness? Is it hate? How is it hate? Or is it sadness? Or is it disappointment? Because hate is, I would say more hate. It's so diffuse, right? Or diffuse is so big. But if you really deconstruct it, and you really get to, when you work on yourself, you can, see, I can't even articulate, right? See, that's the challenge. No, you can learn a lot about how you are feeling hate. For most of the time, you will find that it's actually not hate, it's disappointment, or it's sadness, or it's frustration. It's basically about that, but that takes a lot of practice. Gotta tell you that. I work on it still. I don't know. I went through the same thing happened with Libra. Anyway, yeah. What's happening? What's gonna happen here? Yeah, taking a pause, recuperating in some way or another, connecting to your intuition. Standing in your power, and you're coming home to the people who care. And for some of you, I'm also seeing marriage. Yeah, not even joking. For some of you, marriage is actually on the table, which is a big jump, isn't it? This is weird. Is it really possible for some of you that you will experience that you walk away, go through all of this, and then someone here is going to come and propose marriage? It could happen. But in that case, it would be a no. It would be, I don't know if I want this. Even if there are children included in this. I more see it being as though you are coming home to where you're supposed to be. But these are temporary energies. It's not a massive reading. It's a temporary energy. It's just the emotional turmoil that's throwing me out of it here. And remember, these emotional turmoils, they can feel very intense, but they can last a day. But damn it, when they are there, they can feel very, Right, all over the place. So that's what I have for you. No, we have Pisces. God damn it, I was about to forget Pisces. Show me Pisces. Pisces. All right, Pisces. You're curious. So this is a healing stage, right? A healing stage. Are you taking a pause? Pulling out those disappointing swords. Disappointing swords. Look at how this guy is there. Guy, girl, potato, potato. Look at the potato on the table, right? There are three swords above the potato. Those swords represent the three of swords. They're being drawn out. Taking a break. Taking on a new... Basically grounding oneself here. It's basically coming out of the... the very... Sometimes... all over the place thoughts we can have when we are faced with a situation that's not particularly fun. And then we take that pause, we take that step back, and then we kind of ground ourselves and come down into reality, says the boring Capricorn here. That's what the situation is about. But then we have this Page of Swords, which is you. Are you spying? Are you curious? The way in which this is going is a place of imbalance, Pisces. This is interesting. Let's see. Of course, could of course be someone else spying on you, but we will see. Most of what I get that it is you not being communicative. It's not. You don't necessarily have to spy on someone, but it's basically a matter here about not being curious on yourself almost. But let's see. Please be patient here. Have an open mind. Let's see what shows up. We have the Ten of Swords, we have the Fool, and the High Priestess as you. Well, these are the swords that are there. These swords can make it kind of difficult to keep a straight focus. Let's say it like that. I really get as though you want to say something, but you're not doing it. You're just keeping it to yourself. This is especially true if you feel as though you have this very, very, very strong soulmate connection. Like, it's so strong. What's the confusion here? And it's not a confusion between two people. It's your own confusion in a way about your role in the situation as well. Meaning that, what is it really to you? Not about what you did, it's a matter about what is it really to you. Well, I'm not going to dive into that. I will rather see this Temperance over here. Knight of Cups. I see someone here continuing to try and manifest a knight in shining armor. No, a knight in shining armor. Especially if this is someone that you already know, you're trying to manifest this particular person because this is what you want. But it comes in a very imbalanced way. It's not particularly grounded, right? Even though the situation here is about grounding oneself. So the opportunity that is on the table is not being lost, but it's too immature. It's basically that. It's immature. The confusion I got here was that of telling oneself that this is a soulmate, this is the person, this is the one, and therefore engaging with a lot of probably gameplays that's just not really beneficial. Oh, let's see there what else shows up in a minute. For those of you who are single, this is good. This is most likely then about having a crush on someone, but not taking action. But still going on about all of these what if, and trying to pursue it, but pursuing it in a way where you're trying to, I don't know, doing Hare Krishna to get the person to come towards you, but rather than take action yourself. Emperor, Empress, or Empress, Emperor, Knight of Swords, and the Chariot. For fuck's sake, I hate these connections. This is the Chaser. Alright. Things are a little bit imbalanced here. The advice is to stay grounded within yourself and remember that you have love within you. You have love within you. You are beautiful. You are attractive. But next to this, you also have strength within you to set your goals and go for what it is that you want. Right? You have all of this within you. You don't need anyone else to complete you. There's also an opportunity of love coming up here. It would be brand new. It's not this. It's a brand new connection there. But the problem is, or the challenge is whether or not you will accept it, because I'm seeing you being rejective to it or saying no to it. But that's only for those of you who have your eyes hooked on someone else. For those of you who are completely free, completely open, right? Completely open for new. Then it's basically your counterpart showing up very, very, very quickly. Then in this case, stay grounded. Let it take the time it takes for it to develop. There's this rush here that I could get a little bit worried about. But I'm done. I'm done. These connections are not my favorite to read on, because doesn't matter what I say. Doesn't matter what I say. Doesn't matter. Right, it's done. Look out for the pace of how something moves, right? Show up as an active participant in it. Show up as an active participant. And something's gonna happen very quickly. And it could be, yeah, it could be no. It's something that which will come very quickly is something that on the surface looks very stable, but there's be mindful that it has the ingredients, the groundwork that will make it stable as well, right? It's about patience, is what I'm getting. Yeah, because there's definitely a potential. It looks fine. It's not all. I mean, it looks fine. It's just the way it's coming together is a little bit weird for me to pick up on. I can pick up on it, it's just weird for me to understand because it's weird communication style. Alright, so, but personal opinion. And that's it. I will see you next time. Take care. Ciao.